Yep, it's cold today. I don't want to wear this today because I was randomly like really ill yesterday, and I kind of rotted on the sofa in this jumper. I've had a shower, but we need to put something else on. Hello, puppy. You can tell I was ill yesterday. But I bought a new hat for winter. It's by Carrier Company, the same people who make my favourite checkered wool coat, this one. I've had this for probably like eight years now. Still, it's aged so well, and I've got a lot of other Carrier Company pieces, and it's one of those companies that I trust. Everything I buy from them has aged perfectly. I don't ever want to be an influencer. I'm never going to tell you what to buy, but I'm just saying. There you go, I've trapped myself to... Are you okay? I think we're going to need layers. Yes, that's right, I'm putting a coat on. That means we're going out. I dropped something on this coat the other day, but I think Stephen's cleaned it for me. Good guy. Where are you going? Jesus. I didn't pull this out, it was already pulled out, but that's frozen. There we go, good boy. I didn't even ask you. Come here, spin. Good boy. See ya. Again, not an influencer, right? But I made my coffee first thing when I got up this morning. Put it in here. I've been sipping it. Been out for a dog walk, come back, and it's still hot. And I hadn't even closed the lid. Excellent. It's by Yeti. I have to say I am really enjoying working in this winter accommodation, being able to leave things out, not having to put them away every time I need to get something else, and I can go out for a dog walk and come back and everything's just there, ready to be used. It's great. But today's first job is to warp the loom. I'll give you a little look at my warping process as well, because quite a few people have asked about it. And if you're wondering, I use an Ashford rigid heddle loom. This is the smallest one, 40 centimetres. I used to have an 80 centimetre one as well, but we left a bigger van and moved into a smaller one, and I just didn't have the room for it. But one day I would like to get another bigger one and make some blankets again. That is creative warping in a small space. The full length of the kitchen counter. So this, the wool that goes through the loom, is the warp. This one's hand spun by me. That'll be the weft. So this is the wool that will be woven all the way across to turn it into a cloth. It's a little chunkier. One of the questions I get asked the most in weaving is, how do you wind a long warp onto the back of the loom by yourself? And I mean, this is it. One hand winding. It helps if you have the loom kind of clamped into place. And then I just make sure I stop Give it a good comb through with my fingers, keep everything nice and even. Hold that. Wind a bit more. Have a comb and use lots of these cardboard strips. But I think it doesn't really matter about it all being tight. It matters about it being even. So lots of combing and lots of cardboard. Alrighty, this one's done. So we're going to cut it off the loom. The weaving for me is the quick part. It's the spinning and the finishing that takes time. So this should be about just under 2 meters long, I think. There we go. Perfect. Now to untie it from the loom, and then I'll tie off the ends and soak it in some water, which kind of helps the wool fuse together, and it'll make it more of a cloth than a mesh, and it'll soften it. You can see it's comes off a bit rigid, and then we'll hang it to dry. There's something about Stephen, right? If I hand him my phone and ask him to take a picture of me, they are always terrible, awful. But if you give him a film camera and let him shoot a portrait of you, they come out absolutely excellent. I don't know what it is, but yeah, if you want nice photos of yourself, get your partner a film camera.
It's cool, French is chic.
These two shots here are two of my favourite photographs of myself, like, ever, and both by him. Living on a Scottish island, the weather can be a little precarious. There are times when it is just constant wind and rain. But this is my first winter on the island, but not my first winter in the Highlands. And I have learned that you have to take advantage when you get good weather. And for me, good weather means these calm pink sky mornings and really nice sunsets as well. If I see the forecast and you can tell it's going to be a good morning like this, I will prioritise getting out on my bike. It doesn't have to be far, you can turn it into a little adventure by taking a flask of coffee, taking a camera, but just get outside and enjoy it. Part of that joy for me is customising my bike as well and propping it up in nice spots and taking pictures of it. Honestly, it makes a huge difference when you're riding something you love. This little mushroom crate as a bike basket is a new addition, and I've got these handlebars with the extra bar at the front as well. They're pretty cool. But yeah, if you love your bike, you're much more likely to ride it and get out and about as much as you can. There's something about riding your bike at sunrise and sunset as well, which I absolutely love. If I could only ever ride at those times, I'd be quite happy. I think it's because the world is like a little quieter and a little calmer, and everything feels different, and it just feels really peaceful. And honestly, these little snippets of skies like this and being out and the air is fresh and it's cold, this is what I live for. I genuinely, these are it for me. Oh, look who it is. Hello, my handsome boy. Hello. Are you okay? I'm really cutting back on coffee at the minute. It's just that, honestly, the older I get, the more terrible I feel. If I've had too much coffee, I can handle maybe like one, maybe two. This is my second, so I'm just gonna make a small one. But I used to work in coffee shops, and I would drink like 4 or 5 flat whites a day. I would die if I did that now. This one will probably push me over the edge. First job of the day is to wrap a couple of orders. This bad boy is sold. I really like this one. Just a nice table runner, using up all the kind of, not scraps, but like if you've got leftover balls of wool that aren't quite long enough for a single piece, I keep them and then make something like this. If you get one of my woven pieces, you can find the instructions on the back for washing. So this is the piece I was working on yesterday. It had a soak and then it's been drying since then. The next step is to trim all these bits off. These are just from where I've used up a ball of weft and then moved on to a new ball. And I undo the ply and weave it in so they kind of blend in together, so you're not left with like loads of chunky bits. With this step, just be really careful not to accidentally like snip your warp or your weft while you're trimming these. I've done that before, accidentally snipped the warp and had to, oh, it was a nightmare. It's fixable, but it's just really irritating. Just be careful. And if you can be bothered, you can keep all of these scraps, and when you've got enough, brush them all together and spin them again. Even different colours, make your own little blend. Move my cardigan. That's finished. Nice, chunky, thick table runner. That's going up with the next shop update. 23rd. These Velux windows are like excellent. Excellent lighting. So yeah, that was a quick little look into my weaving process and some good old pink sky walks and bike rides. But I'm going to leave this video there. I have a caravan progress video on the go. I'll not be sharing anything to do with that for a while. I've got 100 things going on. Not even thinking about doing the caravan yet. I did do a little bit of demolition, but you'll see that in a future video. Okay, bye. See ya.